Lekki, Alpha Beach, all in Lagos. The Oku Alpha community, which hosts the once popular Alpha Beach in Lekki area of Etiosa local government in Lagos, has at numerous occasions been besieged by the nearby Atlantic Ocean, losing its attraction to settlers and fun seekers. Indeed, business activities around the beach is a ghost of its former self.
Okun Alpha is an ancient community for more than 600 years. By so then, the distance of the beach to the community is even more than from Express Road down to this place. So the water has encroached a lot of lands. It has encroached a lot of land. Our fathers, in their olden days, when the beach surged and affected their buildings, they would shift back and move back to build another building, another house. So from one house to another, but now we have come to an end. There's no way we can move to. If not, you will even see that the people of the community might have even move far back, but there's no any other way, no any other land to move to for now. So the ocean has encroached a lot of lands.
The Nigerian coastline is low-lying. That's a basic thing, and because it's low-lying, it's vulnerable to sea level rise, and so the important thing is that first thing, you maintain what you have. There should be setback lines. That setback lines means there's a limit to which you can build towards the shoreline. So normally government can maintain 100, depending on the, but shouldn't be less than 100 meters to the shoreline before you can do any construction, so that the shoreline will be protected. And then people will not be going there to mine sand for building, because they will see sand and they think this is sand. Why am I going to go several kilometers to go and take sand? So they take sand where they are, which is very bad. And that is number one problem. A low-lying beach, and then you are even removing the sand from there. Then number two, the issue of sometimes it's more economical to allow the system to bounce back to normal. By the time, normally, you know that sometimes I say it's seasonal. Some surges are seasonal, and then it could be a time whereby the beach builds itself up by itself. So there should be less human activity.
How would that happen? It build itself up.
it happens naturally because based on the waves and then the wave angles, the way they approach the beach. They can approach the beach in a constructive way whereby they leave sand, and they can approach some part of the beach in a destructive way and then to take sand. And like I told you, wind is a major factor. If there's reversal of wind, definitely it will affect the waves, so that the reversal of wind can affect the waves, and the waves can be more constructive than destructive.
For the people that knew Afra Beach very well, for about 10, 12, 15 years ago, people are coming to Afra Beach. People who knew Afra Beach that could not trail along the shore of the coastal road, but now everything has washed away. And you know, when people comes, they stay under the coconut beach to have a fresh air, to relax, to just have their picnics. But now there's nothing like that. But due to the based on the development that is coming right from the Bar Beach, we can still regain our land, because when you go to Bar Beach now, you see that the government has reclaimed, all its lands that was, encroached by water before. So the same thing is coming down here. So when everything is settled down, we have plant another coconut tree, and people may be coming.
We have waves. We have here are plunging waves. They plunge and they collapse and they open towards the east. And when they open towards the east, they are plunging waves. They open towards the east. So that's where the current is. The current that actually picks the sand. The current that is generated as the wave collapse on the beach is the one that picks up the sediment. So it's the longshore current. And towards this side, from Badagry to Ondo State coastline, the current moves towards the east, and so that's why you have erosion just along that. So, but sometimes from Edo's Delta State, the current, there's a reversal of current, and then it moves towards the west, but it doesn't go beyond Ondo State coastline. So those are the simple cell units that we have in this area. But naturally, when a beach starts to erode in a phenomenal way like that, it's very difficult for you to have a natural stabilization. So we have to do engineering stabilization, like I told you, sand filling, and then construction of groins, and then breakwaters offshore. Because it's the wave that breaks that causes the current. So if the wave is very gentle when it approaches the beach, then the current will be very light.
The residents by the beach do not have electricity because the poles have been washed away. The community health center has been destroyed by the ocean.
The wave of the ocean is very high, and it has damaged a lot of things. When you move around the shore, both sides, you see all water happenings. So we are pleading to federal government, the state government, and the local government to come into our aids, to come up with the, even if it is the embankment that was coming, let them do it in time. For me, I have been telling them, one contractor cannot, and this is a big project, it cannot be handled by the contractors. If it is 2 or 3 contractors, we might have not even talked what we are talking now. They might have even go beyond their expectations. So we are still pleading to federal government, the state and the local government to please assist us, save our soul, save Lagos State, save Coastal Road. Well, for now, there's no way we can move to. All I'm always telling them is that when the beach is surging, when we see a sign of high wave, everybody should be alert. Maybe they should leave the house for the period of time that is going to come down. Nobody can swim. You can see it. The wave is very high. It's not easy for somebody, because even if somebody swims there, a lot of even trees, broken blocks, even some heavy blocks are under the water. If somebody who don't know how to swim, maybe affect him.
What is happening to Alpha Beach and the shoreline along the east coast of Lagos is something that has already happened at the Victoria Island Beach for many years, because of the construction of the east and west mole by the British in 1914, so that the channel can be maintained for vessels, merchant vessels and commercial vessels to go into the Apapa port. There has been a shortage of sand from the upstream to the downstream that nourishes the shoreline. So the wave energy is very high, and it picks up the sand on the beach. So the number one, what should be done is that the situation in Alpha Beach is very critical now. People should be made to leave that area for now, because it's very unsafe.
What can the government do to check the flooding and erosion along the coastal areas in the country?
The first thing to stabilize is to nourish the beach by, putting sand, dredging sand and putting sand on the beach. Then later, the offshore breakers that will, dampen the waves energy as they approach the beach should also be constructed at the groins. When interventions are made concerning coastal erosion, it has to be holistic. It has to consider every, stakeholders along the beach, so that and government should be involved, so that when you maintain your area or you try to protect your area, it doesn't cause problem downdrift.
Experts believe that information sharing, research, and sufficient knowledge on data gathering and analysis will reduce the frequent flooding and erosion in the area.